Leaderboards.
Yes.
Yannick, what do we have to say?
What have you done, Yannick?
What have you done with leaderboards?
No, so I mean, this is obviously the big feedback we've had from the first global event, which was just, like the way we were awarding the mask. We put so much emphasis on the mask with the trailer, and then
yeah, of course, because it's cool.
Because it's cool.
Yeah.
And then the global event comes out, and everything is on leaderboards, and the leaderboard system is very confusing, and even ourselves got confused with the way it works.
Yeah.
Which means that, this was definitely a far from an optimal situation. And we know that we've seen a lot of discussion, a lot of complaints about it, and we fully agree with everything you guys said.
Well, I agree with most of the things. Someone said useless, ugly masks. They are useless, but I think they look freaking cool. We did communicate things a little bit.
Yeah, so
wrong.
As I said, so it was a confusing system to the point where even we got confused.
Yeah.
So what happened is that we communicated on percentages based on the leaderboards, and we said, okay, the top 10% is going to get, the tier 3 rewards, and then I can't remember what were the initial percentages. We had like 50%, the top 50% would get the tier 1, which was the lowest reward. But then we changed that on Monday to make it the top 85% would get the tier 1 reward. Then the top, 30% would get the tier 2, and top 10% would get the tier 3.
But that wasn't the whole math.
But that wasn't the whole math, and that's where we failed. And sorry about that, guys.
And when it says it's not the whole math, it was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that was part of it, but then we didn't.
Yeah, we just didn't give the full picture because yes, as I said, we confused ourselves. So what happened is that the way the system works is that the percentages are correct, but it's not the percentages on the whole population. And many people have pointed that out in discussions on the forums and on Reddit. They did the math and you guys saw that the math didn't add up with what we had said. So what happened was that there was a ranking system that was added to the top. On top of that, so what that means is that players were, and that was invisible to the players, but you were ranked based on what was your actual score. So that's what you would see in the leaderboards. But there was also an actual rank behind the scenes that was taken into account. So for example, two players that would have the same score would actually have the same rank. So there was as many ranks as there were individual scores possible. Okay. So what that means is that, for example, two players that would have 3,050 would actually be of the same rank, which means that when we said it's 10% of the population, it's not 10% of the whole people that actually did the global event and scored and ranked in the leaderboards. It's actually 10% of the ranks. It's the top 10% ranks. And so what happens is that on the whole population, there were a lot of people that would have the same score, but would have one same rank. So anyway, super complicated system, as I said, confusing, and probably confusing a lot of people by trying to explain that. The end result is that when we said 10%, we said it would be 10% of the population, 85% would be 85%. Completely wrong, that was completely wrong, and that's on us.
Is there something we can do about that?
Yes.
Good. Because I think...
cut to the more
cut to the chase, because someone said, I saw it in chat before, nice excuse, massive. No, that's not the case. We're here to tell you exactly what happened, what's going on. That's always what we're going to do on the stream. So,
Grimes is like, you lost me at ranks within ranks, additional ranks. Yeah,
yo, dog.
As I said, it's confusing. It's a confusing system behind the scenes, and as I said, it was something we misunderstood. We miscommunicated internally on how that works, and that's why we gave you the wrong information.
Yes.
So
on to what we can do about it.
So what we can do about it, though, is that the system was not broken. It was working as intended. It's just that we, again, didn't explain it correctly. But still, we want to make it right. We want to make it right because we gave you a wrong information, and that turned out to create an expectation. And then we disappointed because the people that actually thought were part of the correct percentages didn't get what they wanted.
Agree.
So what we're going to do is basically we're going to take the list of all the players that participated in the global event, look at the leaderboards, and actually apply the percentages the way we said they would apply, which is 10% is 10% of the whole population, not 10% of this ranking thing. Yeah. 85 is 85% of the whole population, and we are going to grant the mask manually to all the players that didn't get the correct mask.
Yes.
So we are going to do the manual work ourselves, but we're going to send the mask. If you were not part of the 85% based on the ranks hidden thing, but you were part of the 85% based on the whole population that played the global event, you will be granted a mask.
Exactly. So that will basically mean, I don't know what the lowest score at the 85% thing is, but if you logged in during the global event, I mean, like, I'm not promising anything, but I would be surprised if activity that you did during that wouldn't get you a mask.
Yeah. So that's the first part. So yeah, what that means is that 85% of the people that actually were in the leaderboards will be getting the tier 1 reward. 30% of the people that were in the leaderboards, the top 30% will get the tier 2 reward, and the top 10% will get the tier 3. So you may be getting more masks, or you will receive more masks than what you had received when the global event ended. And when is that going to happen? We don't know yet. It's going to take a few days because we need to dump all the data and prepare everything. But that's going to be done. We will let you know when it happens.
Yep.
And it will be in the reward claim window, like in the past.
Yeah, it's there was also a lot of confusion over where those masks ended up. I know a lot of people were like, I was eligible for a mask. Where is it? It's can be a little hard to find. It's in the resources tab at the rewards claim vendor.
Yeah. So
if you have, I don't know, I personally had a bunch of grenades and stuff on there that I had to scroll through, but it should be there.
Yeah, so it should be there. So that's, as I said, that's the first part. The second part, and I've seen a few comments in chat already about that, saying, yeah, but still that doesn't solve the fact that leaderboards is not a good system for masks. And as I said, we agree. We agree with that feedback as well, and we are looking at changing the system for the next global event. So when the next global event hits, and we don't know yet when that's going to be, we will change the system for the mask. What is that going to be yet? We don't know, but it's not going to be the same way that it was. So don't know. Again, may or may not be still with leaderboards, may or may not be commendations. It's in discussion, but it's going to be
right. What else we got? So there is another global event coming.
Yeah, so the next global event that we're going to do is going to be Assault, which was the second one that was tested on the PTS. We don't have an ETA yet when it's going to happen, because first we want to address the mask issue. So the mask issue is this global event and grant it. But also we want to, basically, as I said, we want to change the system. So we will not do a global event until the system is changed and we have a better one in place.
Yeah.
So what that means is that we're going to need to deploy a patch to the game to change the system, probably.
A client patch?
Probably. But yeah, we don't have an ETA yet when that's going to happen. That's going to be something that happens before 1.8. So you're not going to have to wait until 1.8 comes out for the next global event. But it's probably still going to take a bit longer than what we had planned. So yeah, there will not be a global event until we have fixed this system. But yeah, when Assault comes out, it's going to be the next global event, and it will have a way better, hopefully a way better system for
classified gear sets were obviously a big part of the global event. I know many people, not us, have completed mini sets, and I've seen a lot of people running Lone Star, and things are going crazy. I'm waiting to see someone running Final Measure. If you're running Final Measure, please send me a link because I want to see it. I think it's going to be really cool, but we're going to try. It is now available in the loot pool, in the common loot pool. I think, what was it, 1% from caches and 3% from named bosses?
Yes, so it's 1%. You have 1% as an extra drop in caches, which comes on top of the 1% for exotic, which means that in one cache you can actually get both an exotic and a classified.
Nice.
And 3%, yes, on named bosses in the open world and in the dark zone.
Yes. All right, we will see you again tomorrow and next week. Have a great weekend.
See you guys.
Bye.